where we talk about life, language, and everything in between. I'm Octavia.
And I'm Ariih. Thanks for tuning in. Today we got someone very special in the studio. Well, virtually.
We're super excited to be joined by someone all the way from Kenya, Africa. He's a writer, a language lover, a literature guy, and a former master's student right here in Indonesia. So, let's give a warm welcome to Jhon, Maina, Wahome.
All right.
And today we will be talking about his journey through different cultures, his education, and all the fun experiences in between.
So, before we dive into the deeper stuff, let's get to know Jhon a little better.
So, Jhon, where are you speaking from right now?
Okay, I'm speaking from Nairobi, Kenya.
And by the way, what are you up to this day? Are you working or doing
Okay.
something?
Yeah, I have something going on with my life. I do freelancing academic writing.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And we heard that you studied your master's in linguistics right here in Semarang, Indonesia. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Where did you study your
Master.
master's degree in linguistics?
I studied my master's degree in linguistics at Universitas Diponegoro, Semarang, Indonesia.
That's so cool. It's my dream college, actually. Yes.
Me too, if you're wondering.
I'm not accepted at that campus.
I got like second choice
Yes.
in here in
So
UNES. If you
we
know,
end up in UNES.
if you hear
Yeah,
like
I have been.
You know
I have
UNES?
been to UNES.
We are neighbors.
yeah, we neighbors.
Yes, exactly. I know
Yeah.
Semarang very well.
All right, now that we know where Joe's coming from, let's talk about what it was like when he first stepped into Indonesia.
Okay, you
Mhm.
came to Indonesia for your master's degree. What was your first impression?
My first impression was hospitality. People who are hospitable, welcoming, and I think that is the first impression I got before I learned other things later on.
The people is really friendly, right?
Yeah, quite friendly.
I'm glad, you know.
What about your biggest culture shock? Maybe the traffic and the sea of motorbikes?
My biggest shock was when I lost two students who were studying UNDIP, African students.
Yes.
They had an accident and they passed away. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Anyway,
Did you use public transportation while you were here?
Almost all the time.
almost all the time, like what?
Yeah, I
Gojek?
used to use Trans Semarang and
It's
most
so
of the
cheaper,
time,
right?
yeah, very cheap.
Have you ever used Gojek or Angkot?
Gojek? Yes, I have used. Yeah, I've used Gojek. I have used Maxim most of the time.
Oh, that's
Yep.
nice. That's so nice. Like, have you ever tried riding motorbikes in here?
Yeah, I had one.
You're literally Indonesian.
So, what's one thing you absolutely loved about Indonesia and couldn't get enough of?
The things I love about Indonesia, first of all, I talked about the people are hospitable. There is hospitality, and then two, I love ayam geprek a lot.
Wow.
I still miss ayam geprek and soto.
Soto? Yeah. How about the
Yeah.
sambal? Do you know sambal?
Sambal.
The food that put in the geprek, that hot.
I've tasted so many types of food, but I may not remember the actual names of the
Oh,
foods. That's the
yeah.
problem.
It's okay.
But what do you think about sambal? Is that too hot for you?
No, in fact, I cannot eat my food without like 3 peppers.
I
It's
thought
hot.
African is
Yeah.
not like
Spicy,
sambal,
you know?
spicy. Yes.
And how does Indonesian food compare to food back home in Kenya, your hometown?
It's light. I can say like Indonesian's food is light because mostly they take rice or indomie or spaghetti. But in Kenya, the African food is very heavy. Like when you come back home, you have some stomach upsets if you're used to Indonesian food, like because it's the right food. In Kenya, you have ugali. It's called ugali.
Ugali.
Yeah.
It's like so little than your food in Kenya.
And then finally, I can talk about I loved the diverse culture. Like I interacted with the people from different islands, Java. I love the diversity in culture in Indonesia.
Yes, so many cultures, yeah, in Indonesia.
Okay, now that we have talked about first impression, let's explore
Yeah.
how being between cultures has shaped John's journey. Let's switch gears. What was it like studying in Indonesia?
It was so fulfilling. I can say it was so fulfilling because I met different lecturers and different students from different nationalities.
Yeah.
That was one of the most nice things I can say about Indonesia. And then the education system, because mostly Indonesian system around it deals with research,
Yeah.
which is not much very common in Kenyan universities. So at least I grasped something about research. Yeah.
Okay. And what keeps you motivated in your day-to-day life while in Indonesia?
I used to go for hiking. Sometimes I can say hiking, or I've visited some places. Yeah.
Wow, we are so jealous. Like our locals, like we never get
No.
tens of that. Like
Do your masters there.
no, we are still in bachelor. We're little.
Ah,
We're your we're your
okay.
junior.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I bet living in Indonesia give you a whole a perspective. And how did it change the way you see your own culture?
I guess when you come to Africa, Africans mostly they are, do I use the word rough? Rough. It's not the same
Fishing.
way like Indonesians. Indonesians mostly they are cool. I can say they are cool. Even if you offend him, he cannot like, if you offend an African, it's totally something different, like the way you, if you compare with an Indonesian. That is one of the things about the reaction. And then about,
Oh.
I learned something about the rituals, about something to do with the dead. I don't know how they, I learned
Oh,
about culture, like they they exhume the body and then they something like that, which is
okay. Okay, next question anyway. As someone who experienced both countries, what's one thing Indonesians should know about Kenya?
Kenyans are welcoming. They are welcoming people, and we also have some universities you can try and come and try to study back in Kenya. Yeah, you can study in a very good university like Nairobi University. So it's the best
Okay.
university. Kenya is the only country that has a game park within the capital city.
Yeah.
So if you come to Nairobi, you can still go to the park and then you're still in the city. Yeah, you don't have to move a lot.
Oh, like it's close, yeah, in your
Yeah.
city. Okay. Now I'm curious. Let's talk about daily routines and how Indonesia still show up in his life back to Kenya.
Now that you are back in Kenya, what's a typical day like for you? Do you still carry some Indonesian habits?
Yeah, I do carry some Indonesian habit because when I came from Kenya, I used not to take a lot of sugar. But when I came to Indonesia, the iced tea has a lot of sugar. So sometimes I find myself sugar, which I used not to take.
Sugar rush, yeah. You need sugar
Yeah.
craving.
Yeah, and then I increased the taking of pepper. You know pepper, right? Very hot food, like other people cannot even take that food. So they just like separate my food when I'm eating. Yeah. I think those are some of the Indonesians have some.
Okay.
How do you think your education in Indonesia helped shape who you are now?
I can say like today
Mhm.
I pay my bills because of the masters I got from Undip, because I told you mostly I do academic writing, like research papers, helping students with thesis and proposals. So if you have clients, you can even tell me. Yeah. So that is
Yes,
what
sir.
pays
Yes,
my
sir.
bill. So that is one thing I can say like I benefited from Undip. I wish I can get my PhD in UE or Universitas Gajah Mada UGM. Yeah, I would like to go to.
You will make it.
You will make it.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. Okay, next question. Let's talk a bit about everyday life. What do you think of transportation in Indonesia versus in Kenya?
Public transport is cheap.
Mhm.
Like fuel is cheap in Indonesia, so that makes many people have like several bikes or their own means of transport. Kenyans bikes are not many. Like Indonesia, they use mostly scooters. I can say scooters.
Yeah.
In Kenya, you have because of the hills, we have the manual bike. Yeah.
Like the
So
gears,
here,
the bike with the gears, yeah?
so in Indonesia, it's a bit cheap compared to Kenya, and it's quite relative, and I like it there.
Totally. What about prices? Is life in Indonesia cheaper or more expensive?
Cheaper, quite cheaper. You cannot eat chicken in Nairobi. It's very expensive. Full chicken you can get like $10, $8 to $10.
Whoa,
Full chicken.
okay.
If you want to take someone out, they plan chicken because they think chicken
It's
is the
expensive.
most Ah,
What about the place you
but
stay? Is it expensive or not?
expensive because I'm in the capital city.
Well, you in Indonesia, do you stay in the dorm
I used to live in a university hostel. I did not live
or
outside.
Oh,
hostel?
how about the price?
Do you think it's expensive
Yeah.
or like cheap?
Very cheap.
How about the facilities that you got?
I don't want to lie, they were poor. They were very poor. Like, okay, I don't want to put my university in bad image, but I asked someone where I was staying, and then they told me they moved the students out and they are renovating the place after we left. So I think they are the new students who will occupy those hostels.
Oh,
They'll get new dormitories because I think they were so much used, even the paint. But now I think they are in very good condition, and now I heard they will hike the price because they renovated the houses.
oh, you don't pay any bills for the house.
You
Oh,
do.
did.
You do
Oh, you
pay the
did.
rent, yeah, but they will cater for the electricity.
Are you like your hostel is close to the university or like far away from university so you can like
Very, very
do
near. I
party?
can even walk.
I'm so jealous. Like we got near, like hostel near to the
Mm.
campus, and it's still very expensive for us. You ever
I,
got any
I
chance to go to holiday in here?
yeah, we used to visit. I have gone to Jakarta several.
Do you ever visit
Mountain.
Lawang Sewu?
Yeah, Lawang Sewu.
One, yeah, I did visit very cold places. I don't know. And then we had it was so steep, and then there were some falls. I visited some interesting places in Indonesia. That's why I miss Indonesia. I want to come
You-
back anyway.
Yeah, you should come back here.
Mm.
Before we warm up, we'd love to hear some wisdom from Jhon, especially for our friends who dream of studying abroad someday.
If you could give us one piece of advice to someone
Mm.
thinking about studying abroad, what would it be?
Your mind should be flexible because what you left in your country and what you meet there is totally different, right? Can you see, like when you are in a new place, for example, if you come to Kenya, people here are black, most of people are black, but now you are very light. So you have like you attract so much attention. And some people don't like that so much attention. So you have to be flexible, you don't get angry very fast. If somebody asks you something concerning your country, you don't have to take it personal. So at least you should be flexible.
Flexible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Noted. What a great chat. Thank you, Jhon, for your time.
I'm also very happy to interact with you. You're also aspiring to be scholars, very great scholars in future. And I wish you all the best in your studies. I wish you all the best in your undergraduate studies. And I wish when you finish the undergraduate studies, you can proceed for the master's and the PhD. Yep.
Thank you, Jhon. Thank you.
We have learned so much about culture, work, education, and life. Thank you again for your time. Your stories were inspiring and fun. Thank you.
Bye.
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 See you.
See you.
Have a good night.
Say hi to Ninik. Say hi to Ninik, Elika.
Where?
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're so nice.
Bye.
And thank you to everyone listening. We hope this episode inspire you to explore, learn, and embrace new cultures.
Don't forget to smile today. Be kind and write something beautiful, just like Jhon.
This has been Artcast, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Catch you in the next episode. Bye.
Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Alright.
Are you have a bad connection?
Yes, my connection is back.
Okay.
That's why. Actually, we have recorded our introduction, the opening. So
All right.
can we jump into the first questions?
Okay, no problem. My connection. Sorry.
That's fine.
My connection.
It's ours. It's actually ours connection.
Yeah, maybe it's ours too.
Oh.
Indonesia Wi-Fi is.
Can't wait to hear your next story.
Okay, let me teach you in Swahili. In Swahili, we say kwaheri. Have you heard of
What?
Swahili language?
So what is that?
What is that, Jhon?
Swahili.
Swahili. Is that your school or something?
No, that is the
Language.
biggest spoken language in Africa.
Oh,
Swahili.
Swahili. All right.
Swahili. We
Noted,
say
noted.
kwaheri.
Wahiri.
Keep in mind.